Hello guys, what's up? It's Vicious here and welcome back to another video. In this video we will be talking about how you can use Pokemon GO, PGSharp, or Pokemod, or whatever spoofing app that you're using to snipe in Pokemon GO. Now this guide will teach the average player how you can actually snipe some pretty solid Pokemon, whether it be 100 IVs or whether it be shinies. This video is going to teach you how to use feeds where you can get coordinates to rare Pokemon and how you can actually snipe them. To actually catch them so that you can use them for raids and for gym battles. So let's get straight into the video. Now there's a few things you need to understand before sniping. First of all, you need to understand that cooldown is a thing that exists in this game, meaning that you cannot actually teleport everywhere while catching everything you want to. Back in the day in 2016 you could have done this because cooldown soft bans were not a thing in the game, but now soft bans are, and this is built into the game. There is no way to get around soft bans, and the only way to actually get rid of a soft ban is to wait for 2 hours at a maximum. So if you do have any questions about soft bans, I highly recommend either Googling it or joining my Discord to ask. But essentially what it is if you're too far away from a location after having interacted with the map, you get put into this mode where you cannot spin PokéStops, or you cannot catch Pokemon. The Pokemon that you try to catch will run away, and the PokéStops that you try to spin will not spin. And of course, obviously, the soft bans doesn't really affect your account that much. You cannot get banned from having too many soft bans, but it does mean that you cannot catch any Pokemon, right? So if you find like 100 IV shiny, and you're on soft ban, and you think you're all good, and then you catch it, you try to catch it, but then it runs away. You're like, what the hell just happened? Well, you were on soft ban, right? So yeah, make sure you figure out soft ban before actually watching this video. So yeah, okay, let's get straight into it. So for PGSharp specifically, I'll be going over the feeds feature in PGSharp, and then after that, I'll be talking about some discords that you can use to snipe Pokemon. And yeah, so let's get straight into it. So feeds, I think for free versions of PGSharp, there's a 100 IV feed, which is pretty useful. I'll show you right now. It's this one. So you just get a bunch of feeds for 100 IV Pokemon. It's as good for a Shundo sniping, to be honest. If you're just Shundo sniping for some random Pokemon, this is pretty fun. It's pretty enjoyable just going around catching things. Obviously you don't actually have to catch the Pokemon once you teleport there, and teleporting there, only simply teleporting and checking doesn't actually put you on cooldown, so you can do this as many times as you want before actually settling on one that you like, which is essential to sniping. So let's go over the feeds feature now very quickly. You can do a bunch of Pokemon, but for this specific video we're going to be doing Gible. Just because it's a pretty common spawn right now. And of course, obviously, you can see a ton of different filters. There's the priority, there's the distance, there's the IV, and there's the level. So let's say you're trying to snipe for 25 or higher. Actually, let's do 20 or higher. I don't know how many spawns there are going to be for 25 or higher. IVs, let's leave it to let's leave it from 0 to 100. Let's just check the spawn rates. Distance, unlimited. Time, and priority shouldn't really matter that much. This is just how the things are listed. We can put distance, why not? Then we'll name this Gible and then save. So simply click that button, and then there's one Gible. Great, fantastic. Okay, wait, this is, but that's in, okay, wait, hold on. What if I did this? Does this change anything? Oh, distance, okay, unlimited. Done. Okay, so there's a ton of Gible, right? So the best way to go about this is to actually just shiny check these Gible. So simply click the coordinate that you want to go to, and then click teleport. And then once you teleport, you should be able to, once the Pokemon loads and everything, you should be able to check the Gible. So we're going to check the Gible. No shiny. Absolutely fine. So what we're going to do is we're not going to touch this at all. We're not going to throw a Pokeball. We're not going to do anything. Simply going to go back to feeds, and then we're going to click another one. Right, and this is the entire process to sniping, really. And if you set it to 100 IV on things like Community Day, so on this upcoming Swablu Community Day, you can set the IV to 100 only, so you can catch Shundos. You just keep running around until you find a shiny Swablu and then catch it, right? Obviously, do remember that the chance of a shiny from wild spawns is like 420, 1 out of 420 or something, 1 out of 500 maybe. So it's pretty rare. Don't expect too many shinies very quickly. You probably have to do around 700 to 800 checks before you actually get a shiny. But believe me, the shiny is worth it. So yeah. Okay, so obviously there's a bunch of different parameters you can actually change. You can change the time, IV, CP, level, distance, attack, defense, stamina, and then each one obviously shows the IV that you're currently at, the level, and then of course where it is and how long the cooldown is. Obviously you can see most of these have a 120-minute cooldown because you're sniping them all the way across the world. And so that does mean that if you ever actually accidentally touch one of the PokéStops or accidentally catch one of the Pokemon, you're going to be put on cooldown for, well, most likely 2 hours, which is kind of unfortunate. So that's it for the feeds feature for PGSharp. If you're for sniping on other applications, I think for Pokemod and Polygon, the best way to snipe would probably be joining a Discord. So one of the Discords that we have is we're actually partnered with one of these Discords, and it's called Pogo Connection. Obviously, it's linked in our Discord, and they essentially have Articuno bot running on their Discord. So they have a ton of coordinates for rare Pokemon, for 100 IVs, for 2,000 plus CPs, for 3,000 plus CPs, for 90 IV pluses, and for things like Dragonites, Tyrannotars, Amphiroses, Blissies, Slakings, Agrons, stuff like that. So if you need feeds to those, definitely check it out. And then of course there is the OG Pokédex 100. Obviously, if you need a link to that, you can just Google it. Very simple. It's probably like Pokédex100.com or something, like HTTP / discord.gg / Pokédex100 or something. Yeah, I mean, if you need help, obviously you can come to our Discord. We're over 10,000 members now. We're doing tons and tons of giveaways to celebrate that, obviously, which is super cool. Thank you to my admins once again. If you have any more questions, you can ask them down below in the comments. But I think that's really it for the entire video. I don't really have much to say. Yeah, I mean, have fun getting these snipes off. Next week is going to be very, very interesting because there's going to be tons more dragon types and tons more fairy types, which I'm definitely looking forward to getting those platinum medals finished. One thing I forgot to mention was there's actually so you see the symbol next to the sex or gender symbol. There's like a cloud. That means that the Pokemon has run away. So if the Pokemon has run away, obviously if you go to it, it's not going to be there. So yeah, and you can actually just refresh the feeds by just scrolling up, which is a fantastic addition because it means that you can get everything updated. One final thing you can actually do is you can actually activate one of the settings for PGSharp. If you go to settings, you can actually update one of the settings so that the feed appears like on this screen, on this current screen right now, so you don't have to go into feeds every time, which is kind of cool. You know, it allows you to quick snipe everything, and once you click one of the Pokemon, it actually removes it from the list, so you get a full list of things that you need to snipe, which is super cool. And it's very, very useful, especially if you're a fan of easy to use UI. Yeah. So, what are the risks of getting banned from sniping? I don't think the risks are very high, especially if you do it right. If you're soft banned, just make sure you're not touching anything. Shit, I misclicked. And I feel like the only way you would get banned is if you constantly break rules in the game. I feel like that's the only way. God damn it! Are you serious? Let me click this gibble, please. No, it's doomed. I can't click this gibble. Yes. All right. No shiny. So yeah, and I feel like the only way that you're actually gonna get banned for this is if you're sniping at like one of the official Pokemon Go events or something. But yeah, I honestly don't know anyone who's gotten banned as of yet for sniping. So I think you're relatively safe. If you're doing this right, you're relatively safe, right? As long as you're not getting error 12, I think you should be good. And yeah, all right. So this will be my final check. No shiny, unlucky. So I've only done like 7 checks, so I didn't really expect anything. But yeah, that's the entire video, guys. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Good luck in the future. Good luck for sniping. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace out.